Hey everybody, this is Tony with BlessedTravelVacations.com, and today I am gonna share with you my best 10 experiences, things that you cannot miss when you are on the Carnival Celebration. We love this ship. We had a great time on the ship, and I want to share with you some can't miss things that you want to do if you are going on the Carnival Celebration. So before we do get started, though, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and leave some comments below. We appreciate it. Let's go. All right, everybody, this is Tony with BlessedTravelVacations.com, and today I am on the Carnival Celebration. Carnival Celebration is one of three ships that are part of their Excel class. Great ships that's part of the Mardi Gras Celebration, and now the brand new Jubilee are all part of that same family, and they have very similar features and functionality. So if you like it on one, you'll like it probably on the other two. They're going to have a very similar experience. But what I do want to do is I want to share with you our 10 favorite can't miss, and I actually got a bonus one, so we'll call it 11, but I'm gonna, for the sake of the title, I'm gonna call it 10 things that you cannot miss if you're going on the Carnival Celebration. So let's get started. Number 10, I recommend that you get a week-long pass to the thermal spa. So if you've never purchased a thermal spa pass on any of your cruises before, or you have no idea what a thermal spa is, make sure that you get there a little bit early on embarkation day. And so they have free tours that they'll take you on embarkation day. So as you go through and you get checked in and you get on the ship, make sure you head right to the spa, and they'll take you for a tour and they'll show you the thermal spa. The thermal spa is fantastic. You can get a day pass or you can get a week-long pass. Depends on how long you're there. They'll give you pricing. A typical day is about $30 per person, and typically for a day pass, it's about $130. Totally worth it, though. They have just an amazing experience. We really love it. We try to do the thermal spa on just about all the cruises we go. It's a great place to have a kind of a secluded place because they do limit the amount of passes that they sell. So, a lot of times, especially if it's a really busy sailing, that, the hot tubs are going to be full. And if you don't want to be there with 50 other people in one small hot tub, the thermal spa works out really nice because they do limit the amount of passes that they sell. So you got a little bit more of an opportunity to have a more secluded experience. They also have steam baths there. They have Turkish baths. They have aromatic steam room. Sorry about that. But our favorite for sure is the thermal chairs. They are amazing. You sit on that thing and you will just relax and probably go to sleep, and that's okay. We do like to go late in the evening or early in the morning when it's not very busy, and you have a better chance of getting those chairs because they have a limited amount of chairs. But those chairs are absolutely incredible. They just warm you up, they relax you, and if you've had a long day at port, walking around or hanging out at the beach, being able to just come out there around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night when it's not so busy and you're kind of the only ones there, take a good book to read, you will have an amazing time. Trust me on this. All right, number 9. Have a dinner at the Summer Landing. So it's a really cool spot that combines a couple of different shared areas, and that whole spot is really great. It's got Heroes Tribute Lounge, which honors the servicemen and women of our armed forces, and I really appreciated that. I appreciate what our servicemen and women do for our country, and so just having a spot that honors them was great. They've done it really tastefully, and it's just a great place to hang out. They got foosball tables there. They got some games that you can play. They've got some traditional tables there, like benches, if you will, so you feel like you're kind of in someone's backyard. It's really, really cool. And they got a great restaurant back there. So it's a Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse restaurant. You can order that. That's complimentary. That's part of your cruise, or at least it was when we went on, and it was great. So if you like barbecue, can't go wrong with that. All right, number 8. Get involved on Family Feud or Deal or No Deal. So the shows are great, and the prizes are pretty cool. People win prizes and so forth. So you're definitely there to to win a prize, or you're there to play the game, which is great. But the reality is that that what makes it special is the host. So whoever's hosting it is really what's going to make that game that much better. And then currently, one of our favorite cruise directors, Lee, our man Lee, is at the helm, and he does a great job just kind of keeping the game fun and interactive, and he's just a great guy, very talented, and he'll make the game fun. So just do something that you normally wouldn't do, and they make you feel right at home. They've got a great family atmosphere and environment, so you don't feel weird going up on stage. And am I going to say something that people will remember the whole crew, remember me by the whole time that I'm on the cruise? Well, maybe. That's okay though. You might be famous for a good reason. But remember, you're not going to see them after 7 days or 5 days, however long the cruise is, typically 7 days on Celebration. So it's okay. Go out and have a good time. Get yourself out there. I'm sure you'll have an awesome time. All right, number 7. Catch a show on center stage. We really like Celestial Strings and the Most Magnificent Circus. A lot of the cruise ships, they have excellent shows, Broadway style shows, and certain Carnival does a phenomenal job. In fact, we really like the entertainment on Carnival. They do an amazing job at keeping you entertained. You really feel like this is something that I would pay a ticket for at home, and it's just included in your cruise fare, right? So those two shows are absolutely amazing. And a lot of the shows are, the entertainers throughout the cruise are great, whether they're singers or pianists or performers. But the performers at the Celestial Strings and the Most Magnificent Circus are just next level. Their talents and their bravery to get up there is just unmatched. It's really, 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 really great. Our only gripe is that the shows are midship and they're done over 3 levels. And in order to really get a good seat, you have to be there very early. And if you're not there really early, typically 45 minutes to an hour early, to just kind of get a good seat, you're going to get a seat that is probably partially obstructed, and those aren't great seats because you miss some of it. And so just because the way it's designed, in my opinion, there's more bad seats than good seats, and that's kind of a shame because these shows are absolutely incredible and definitely worthy of your time to go and watch them. Now, to kind of help with mitigate some of that overcrowdedness and the fact that good seats are kind of hard to find on these, they do have, typically those shows will run either twice in one night, or they'll run it twice during your cruise time, so there'll be other opportunities for you to watch it. But definitely move your dinner plans early. Maybe don't eat at the main dining room, eat at maybe Guy's Smokehouse, and so that you can finish early and be there early to get good seats. And I think you'll absolutely love it. They're fantastic shows, and so we really recommend it. We love the shows on the Celebration. We were beyond entertained. We were amazed. All right, number 6. Take a cooking class at the Carnival Kitchen. One of our favorite things to do on Carnival is kind of unique to Carnival, is to do a cooking class there. They offer a variety of cooking classes, and we have done 3 so far. We've really liked them. Some of our end results, the first one that we did, I would say that we tried our creation and it wasn't good. We tried to give it to our neighbor at dinner time, and they poked at it and didn't eat it either. So yeah, I don't think we passed that class. But this last one that we did on the Carnival Celebration, we did I think by far my favorite. It was a barbecue class. It's called the Pit Grill and Smoke Master Class. It costs about $45 a person, and it does sell out really, really quick. So if you want to book your cruise, or if you book your cruise early with plenty of time, you definitely want to buy that through the website, through the Carnival website. You want to book that way in advance because it will sell out. That is a very popular class, and we found out why. It was just a lot of fun. You're there for about an hour and a half. There's a master chef there that's actually guiding you. Everybody has their own workstations. You typically work in pairs, but you have your own workstation, and so they're going to give you all the tools there that you need, the seasoning. They're going to give you the recipes, and they give you a little memento when you're done. But we just had a great time. We did some pork I don't know, it was pork. It was something with pork, but it was phenomenal. It was really, really good. And so we did the whole, preparation and at what temperature do you smoke it at, and how long do you smoke it. And so I actually took some of those things that I learned there. I wrote some notes down. I actually recorded it. Came back home and tried that, and it was amazing. It was really, really good. So had a great time there. The reason we really liked this one in particular was that after we were done with our class, they took us on a tour to see how they smoke the meats at Pig and Anchor, which is really cool. And so we got to see that kind of a backstage tour there, which was really neat. They allowed us to try some of that food, and it was amazing. So if you like barbecue, do that class. They have pasta making classes, and they have like a tailgate class, and they have just different things. But do that; it's really cool. It's something unique, and it's something you can do as a couple or even as a family. All right, number 5. So spend some time in the pool. Now, with cruise ships, oftentimes especially when they're really full, we kind of shy away from the pool area because it's so crowded, and it's kind of a challenge to spend time there. So a lot of times we don't go into the pool very often. But on the Carnival Celebration, there's a total of 7 pools on board, and we really like the one that's called the patio pool. It's on deck 8. It's in the back. It has an infinity style pool. It's not very large. The pool itself is kind of small, but it's got a seating area there. But oftentimes we noticed that it just wasn't very busy, and that's because it's in the back of the ship. So the center pool that's right in the middle up on the Lido deck is always full, or at least it seemed that way. And some of the other pools always seemed like they were full, but the patio pool just seemed like it wasn't that busy most of the time. And in fact, we got in, and there was maybe another 3 or 4 people with us at the time. I did get a little bit crowded towards the end, but it was fine. And it does have kind of an infinity style. It's got great views. So it's got a glass that you can look towards the back and into the ocean. So amazing views. So again, if you're going to get in the pool, definitely go and check out the patio pool. All right, number 4, get dressed on gala night. Now, I know this is not specific to the celebration. Every cruise ship does gala night, or formal night, often called. And we just see that more and more. A lot of cruise ships are kind of just letting go of that. It's not, very much enforced anymore, and even, half the people aren't even really dressing up for gala night. But I just want to tell you guys that I think that the Celebration is a fantastic ship to really do gala night, really dress it up and do something special. And the reason why is because the Celebration is, of course, a large ship, but it's a very beautiful ship. There's a lot to do in the evening. There's a lot going on. So it's a great way for you to have like a date night. So, with me and my family, we all dressed up. We really spiffed it up. We took a lot of pictures. And then we went to a show. And then we saw, we went to go listen to some music and just kind of walked around. It just felt like a date night. Felt like a family outing that we would go and have a formal dinner. And it just felt really special. So I just want to recommend that you do gala night there. It is a beautiful ship, and they do a lot of really wonderful things to make it feel very special on gala night. All right, number 3. All right, so this is where it started to get kind of like us. Is this number 3? Is it number 2? Is it number 1? Because we really like all these 3. These top 3 are the things that we absolutely loved a lot. So, hey, I don't know. It just ended up falling on number 3. But if you haven't done it, if you haven't been on Carnival recently, or if you have and you're, try to be healthy and just ate salad the whole time, I want to tell you that you are absolutely missing out on what I believe, and I've done lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of cruises, had many burgers on many cruises. I believe that the best burger at sea, guys, and I mean this wholeheartedly here, is the Guy Fieri burger joint. I just think that burger is amazing. It really is good. They do a great job. Now, that's not to say some of the other cruise lines don't have fantastic burgers, because they do. They have great burgers. We love the Royal Burger. We love the food on all the ships we go to. NCL has great food. All the cruise ships that we've gone to has really good food. But the Guy Fieri burger joint is amazing, and I really like how Carnival has done up like these quick service restaurants. So if you want something kind of quick, you don't want to go to the buffet, they've got the Guy Fieri. They've got the Shaq's Big Kitchen, which is great. By the way, if you go there, I am totally down with the Big Aristotle. Trust me, you'll love it. That is the one that you want to try. But the Guy's burger joint, it's been around Carnival for a while. It debuted in 2011 on the Carnival Liberty. It's now on 24 ships, company wide. Serves over 1,000 burgers each day and a total of over 8 million burgers. And I'll tell you what, we probably eat about half those in our week-long cruise at the celebration. They're really, really, really good. Customize it. All the fixings are there. But if you do, make sure you either get it with the donkey sauce, and you got to try the ringer. The ringer's really, really good. All right, number 2. I'm getting hungry. Gotta hurry. Number 2, do the rope course. The rope course is really special on the Carnival Celebration. So a lot of ships are having, starting to put these rope courses on there, and they're a lot of fun. But what really we liked about the celebration, and it's available on the Mardi Gras, and of course the Jubilee. But they've done a couple of really cool things on their rope course that we really liked. If you're into some thrills and you really want to test your ability to just not black out, they've got a really cool zip line that actually swings you kind of outside of over the water, which is kind of neat. A little bit of a trust fall type of thing. Totally safe. You're gonna be fine. I know my kids agonized whether or not they were gonna do it. They were there, and one of them took a little bit longer probably than he should have to just let go and go. But once he did it, he had an amazing time. It was just a highlight. Had a great time. And it just does this little whip thing that as you're getting closer to the end of the zip line there, you're of course over the water. It just kind of whips you off to the side a little bit, just a little bit. It's nothing crazy, but it is fun to do. The other thing that they have on their rope course is they have a plank. And so this plank, it's like walking the plank, right? And so you're kind of out there. It's maybe 6 inches piece of metal. You walk to the end, and then you walk yourself backwards. It doesn't seem very scary. You're about 150 feet off the ocean floor there. All you see is the Caribbean Sea as you look down. But it is, it's kind of thrilling, it's kind of neat, especially if you're a little bit afraid of heights. It is a really great experience, so I recommend you do that. That was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that. And so then number 1, you do what's coming. This is number 1 according to Blessed Travel Vacations, and the people that we recently took a group there. It's about 50 of us, and they, feedback from them on what they really liked. And by far, the number 1 thing that you cannot miss when you go on the Carnival Celebration is ride Bolt. Now, Bolt is the very first roller coaster at sea. It debuted on the Carnival Mardi Gras, then on the Celebration, and now it's on the Jubilee. And it is just really fun, right? So it is a paid attraction. You do pay. You pay a fee, and then you get to kind of go on it twice. So you'll do 2 laps. You don't really get on it twice. You do 2 laps. But everybody that got on it just loved it. It was not so much that it's very, very fast. It's not any kind of loops or major drops or anything like that. But what it is, it's just kind of thrilling. You're out there, and at some parts of the ride, all you see is ocean, open ocean, and so that's pretty unique. You can't really see that at a theme park here in on land, right? It's a really unique experience. So I recommend you do it. And if you do that, make sure there's a certain spot. There's got a boost button on there. Make sure there's a certain spot where you can hit that boost right before you start to climb, right after you've launched. And if you hit that at the right time, you're going to get a nice little thrill, and that'll take you all the way through, and it's a lot of fun. So you every so often you hear people screaming and yelling, and that's certainly out of just, hey, I love it. That's what they're laughing about. That's what they're screaming about. I love it. This is great. So make sure you guys ride Bolt, maybe ride a couple times. Now, you do want to schedule that through your app. You do make appointments for that. You don't just show up. Make sure you got the Carnival Hub app, and you can see the dates and the times, so you can schedule that right from there, and they will bill your credit card that is assigned to your stateroom. All right, I've got a bonus one for you guys, okay? So this isn't a thing to do. It's more of a place to stay. So if you're going to do the Carnival Celebration, we got, for the very first time, we got a forward-facing balcony stateroom. And so we initially had a little bit of a mixed reaction to that. We really liked that it was forward-facing. The only thing we didn't like is it was a little bit noisy. Some of it was the wind noise, because obviously you get smacked in the face with 40, 50 mile an hour winds. It can be a little loud. The other thing was that right below us was like kind of the hangout, if you will, for the staff. And so at night, they like everybody else. They want to relax and chill out, and so they have a good time. It's a place for them to hang out and so forth. But it does get a little bit noisy. That sound does kind of go up, towards the front, and so you do hear some of that. The doors are obviously very thick, and the glass is very thick, but you do hear some of that. But that's the concept. But the positive to that is you get amazing views. You get a very long balcony, which is really cool. It's a perk. And just the views, especially as you're coming into port, we really liked getting up really, really early as the sun was coming up, and just standing out there with some tea, and as we're coming into port, and the views are unmatched. And so the celebration has several rooms that are forward-facing balcony rooms. Highly recommend it. Try it. I think you'll love it. Those views in the morning and even in the evenings. But as you're coming into port, really unique, very special. Because if you're on the sides, you're going to see one view, but you miss the other view, right? If you're coming in, if you're in the front, you're going to see everything. You get a really nice, just panoramic view, and it is gorgeous. Great place to take pictures and hang out with your family and friends there. All right, everybody. Hope you liked our 10 can't miss, don't want to miss, shouldn't miss things to do on the Carnival Celebration. Hey, listen, if you are thinking about going on the Carnival Celebration, or you'd like to take a cruise, whether it's Carnival, Royal, Disney, Norwegian, Princess, give us a call. Go to blessedtravelvacations.com. We've got a little chat there. You can click on that chat and let us know you want to go on a cruise. We are authorized travel agents for all those, including Carnival. And we are experts at cruising. We've been doing cruising for a very, very long time. And so we'll make sure that we pair you with a cruise specialist that can really understand what you want to do, and we can book that special cruise for you. We've got special rates, best rates that you can find. If you go to blessedtravelvacations.com. Now, you'll notice that we don't actually book online because we want to talk to you. We really want to, we're part of your vacation, and we want to make sure that we understand what you want to accomplish and what you want to see and what you want to do. And so we actually will book that for you guys. But then we provide all kinds of really great resources, ideas, suggestions, recommendations, and so forth. So give us a call. Go to blessedtravelvacations.com. And please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel and like our videos. We'd really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. All right, with that, I am getting ready to sail off. Have a blessed day. My name is Tony, and God bless.